At the top of the hill stands a round tower with a cottage attached. Both are in good condition, although half of the tower's roof is gone. A door leads into the cottage, and several arrow-slit windows are visible in the tower. You can't help but notice an eerie quiet in the area and a strange, acrid smell in the air. Favric's troop stops at the front door as Favric himself turns to you all and says, "Don, if there is any other words of wisdom you can bestow onto me, I would appreciate it."
Of course, Favric. My visions included you going inside of the tower with your companions. While I saw this, I was but a specter looking down on you and your brothers. Myself and my allies were absent, but I saw you walk into the main tower and speak to the dragon in Draconic. While I couldn't understand what you said, you were speaking firmly to the dragon. It tested you with a roar, but you stood your ground. This test won the dragon's favor. You must hold fast, dear Favric. You will succeed.
Favric comes up to you, Don, and grabs your hand and shakes it before giving you a hug. "Thank you, Don. I'm glad to have met you. Your vision has given me the confidence I need to take this final step."
Think nothing of it, brother. Now go make history.
Favric and his troop of cultists head inside of the cottage connecting to the tower, the sound of the door closing lightly as they enter.
All right, we don't have long. Start prepping spells and shit for when these dumbasses get their asses bit off.
All right, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself. My AC is now 21 while I maintain concentration.
Droop, get over here. I'm going to lift you up so you can look in one of these arrow slits and you can tell us what you see.
Okay, so this will only end goodly. I'm sure of it.
I look up at the tower and find a good spot that would be weak enough for me to cast Shatter on so I can bring the whole thing down.
Droop, Joe lifts you up and you're high enough to see inside of the arrow slit. Inside of the tower you see a pile of treasure. A large green dragon lies curled up over this treasure. It snores softly. The acrid smell only gets worse the longer you keep looking inside. Moments later, you see Favric open the door leading from the cottage into the tower. Everyone in his troop looks afraid, aside from Favric, who is looking more confident than ever. Does anyone speak Draconic?
I do. I bullshitted him when I said I didn't.
All right. You hear Favric yell out in Draconic, "Awaken, dragon! I have been sent by the mother dragon Tiamat to challenge you. You will heed my words and rise. Together we will see the fall of man and the rise of dragons with me at the helm of it all." The dragon raises its head, and with a nasty roar bares its large fangs as one of its large eyes peer around at the source of the sound. "Yes, I speak to you, dragon. Heed my words." The dragon seems to laugh at Favric before letting out a large, defiant roar at him. The other cultists shriek back in fear towards the door, but Favric remains steadfast in his stance, almost seeming cocky. "You do not scare me, dragon. I know we are destined to work together, you and—" Favric is cut off by the dragon spewing hot green acid from its mouth. The screams of all the cultists fill the acrid air as their flesh burns off their bones inside of the tower. The dragon brings its teeth down on Favric, tearing him in half from his abdomen by shaking him around like a ragdoll in its large maw.
Holy shit, now Barack, fucking do it now.